Welcome back again, everyone. That's right. Um, this is the solution to 1.3.1. Uh, we factorize. Here we have a cubic function. We have a function of degree 3. They want us to find factors. Factors are numbers that when you multiply them, we can get this. Uh, If we can notice, there is x here, there is x here, there is x here. That means x is common on all of these terms. That makes x to be the common factor. So here we have x squared minus, if I'm taking away x from x squared, then I will be left with 1x. If I'm taking away this x, then here I'll be left with only 21. So now here inside we have a quadratic kind of like thing. This here is quadratic. So we have x. I can factorize this quadratic part here. So open two brackets here, then you say x for this problem. Now I want to find factors of 21. I want to find factors of this number 21 such that when I add these numbers, then I get this negative 10. First of all, if you can take a look at this sign, it's a positive sign. This sign tells you that your signs here have to be have to be have to be the same. It's either they are positive or they are negative. Well, here you have this sign that is negative, right? So this sign that is negative here tells you that these signs must not be positive. They must be they must be negative. So that means here I should have negative and negative. So the factors of 21, the factors of 21, 21 is a prime number, right? There is no number that we can divide 25 by. Well, this does not go here. It does not come here. It does not come here. Um, that means this was the final answer. This is the final answer here. This is the final answer. Let me quickly check something. Let me quickly check something. Negative 10 equal to 0. Then I have 2x equal to positive 10. I have x equal to I have x equal to positive 5. So yeah, we are done. There was no need for this part here. This is your final answer for that part. However, if there were factors of this, we were going to factorize this again. Uh, Let me go to the next problem without making an example of what I'm trying to say due to time. I don't want to make long videos. So here on 1.3.2, I have x squared minus z squared plus x plus z. Well, here it seems like we are going to use factoring by grouping. We are going to factor by grouping here. Okay, so I have x squared plus x minus z squared plus z. This means I have x plus 1 minus z. Now, this, this method is not going to work. I'm seeing something. I'm seeing a difference of two squares. Look at this and look at this. Remember, if you have a minus b times a plus b, then this ends up to be a squared minus b squared, which is a difference of two squares. So this right here this is equal to x minus z, then x plus z plus x plus z. You see there? Now take a close look. You have x plus c, you have x plus c. That means x plus c is common here. So let's take out the common factor x plus z. Then we'll be left with x minus z plus 1 here. Then here is it. We have done factoring this one right here again. Let's go to the next 1.4. The video is 6 minutes. Let's go to 1.4. Have time. Now, here we want to solve for x. We want to solve for x here. X minus 3 into 2 minus x equal to negative 2x. First of all, you want to simplify this. If this was equal to 0, then we were going to set both of these to be equal to 0 and solve for x. But in this case, this is not equal to 0. So since we don't know what might be the value of x, uh, we wanna simplify this. So x times 2 is going to be 2x. X times negative 2 is going to be negative x squared. Then negative 3 times 2 is going to be negative 3 times 2. It's going to be negative 6. Then negative 3 times negative x is going to be positive 3x equal to negative 2x. This is going to be negative x squared, negative x squared. I want to take this to the other side. So this is going to be this and this are like terms. So it's going to be negative x squared. Then this and that is going to be positive 5x. Then this negative 6. Then we take this one, bring to the other side. It becomes plus 2x equal to 0. So you get negative x squared. This and that is going to be positive 7x minus 6 equal to 0. Now, I don't want to have this negative in front of my x squared. So let me multiply by negative 1 throughout. So I get x squared minus 7x plus 6. This is equal to 0. This is equal to 0. So I want to find factors of 6 such that when I add them, they give me negative 7. So I have x, then this is 6. Um, let's write down the factors of 6. 6 is 1 times 6, it's 2 times 3. So remember, I said if this sign is positive, that means the signs of your factors must be the same. Then if this sign is negative, then both of your factors have to be negative. So just simply substitute negative, 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 negative. Negative 1, negative 6 is negative 7. Negative 2, negative 3, it's negative 5, right? Then because I get negative 5, I don't want this one, but because I get negative 7, which is this, you see this, then these are my factors. So here I will just have negative 1, negative 6. So this is what I want you to do. Consider this. Take when I close this, pretend you don't see this, the highlighted part. Then what do you see? You see x minus 6 equal to 0, right? Yeah, do that. Or also say or. Now again, if I highlight this one here, what do you see? Well, you see x minus 1 equal to 0, right? Okay, fine. Now, solving for x on these equations, take 6 to the other side to get x equal to 6, or you get x equal to 1. Then these are your answers. These are the answers that we are looking for. This video is 12 minutes. 12 minutes now. So let me do the last two problems. Fast. I'm sorry, but I will be as fast as possible. I don't want to make long videos because you are just a South African child with no money to buy data. So yeah, solution 3 to the power 3x minus 1 is equal to 27 to the power of x minus 18. Well, what you wanna do, you wanna rewrite everything in terms of 3. In this case, remember what I said to you. I said in a case where you're dealing with exponents, then you wanna firstly make you wanna have prime bases. That is the key aspect, prime bases. So what do we do now? We're gonna have let's say 3 to the power 3x minus 1 is equal to, remember, 27 is the same as 3 to the power of 3. 27 is the same as 3 to the power of 3x, this x, minus 18 is the same as 2 times 9. So 18 is the same as 2 times 3 to the power of 3 to the power of 2. Yeah, let's do that. So let's write this as 2 times 3 to the power 2 and see what happens. This is what happens. This is what happens. Um, 3 to the power 3 to the power 3x times 3 to the power negative 1 is equal to 3 to the power 3x minus 2 to the power times 3 to the power 2. Well, here I can drop my bases if possible, but I still have 3. this number 2 here. Uh, these two are common factors. So let's take out 3. Let's take out 3 as a common factor and see what are we left with. If I take out 3, mm, how likely is that? Okay, let me not take out this 3. So what I want to do is let me rewrite this as rewrite as 3 to the power x to the power 3 times 3 to the negative 1 equal to 3 to the power x to the power 3 minus 2 times 3 squared. So I want to say let 3 to the power x be equal to some a. So that means I will have k to the power 3 times 3 minus 1 equal to a to the power 3 times 2, I mean minus 2 times 3 to the power 2. So I want to take out this k to the power 3 to this side. So I want to say k to the power 3 minus k to the power 3. I want to say k to the power 3 times 3 to the negative 1 minus k to the power 3 is equal to negative 2 times 3 squared. So I want to take out this common factor k. I want to say k cubed into 3 to the power negative 1 is the same as 1 over 3 minus 1 for this here is equal to negative 2 times 3 squared. Well, this is going to be equal, this is k into negative 2 over 3 equal to negative 2 times 3 squared. This seems to be a long problem. Seems to be expected it. So we have, I want to divide by this on both sides. This is negative 2k over 3 equal to negative 2 times 3 squared. So by cross multiplying, I get negative 2k equal to negative 2 times equal to negative 2 times 3. Uh, 3 cubed by cross multiplying. I get this. Okay. From this step, I am not going to proceed. I am not going to continue. Remember, k is equal to 3 to the power x. So this is actually negative 2 times 3 to the power x. Finally got to the answer, negative 2 times 3 cubed. You can divide by negative 2 on both sides, then you'll be left with 3x, 3 to the power x is equal to, 3 to the power x is equal to 3 to the power 3. This means x. Now from here you can just drop the exponent. So you have x equal to 3. Was a little bit challenging, this one, especially for a grade learn. I mean for a grade 10 learner. But uh, the K method, the K method is always the right choice to take in this kind of a case. Thank you very much. Now, let me pause the video. It's already too long. But let me finish first. I'll be fast as possible. -3. I don't wanna write everything in red. -3 less or equal to 2x minus 1 divided by 3 less than -1. So here you just want to isolate x. Start by multiplying by 3 on both sides. Negative by 3 on all sides. Then 3 times -3, it's -9. 3 times this here will cancel this, so we'll divide that. So we have negative, we have this inequality less than or equal to, well, it's not, the inequality is not going to change because we are multiplying with something positive. So here I'll have 2x minus 1, then I have -1 times 3. -1 times 3 is going to be -3. It's going to be -3. The next thing I want to do is that I want to add 1. I want to add 1 on each term. I want to say plus 1. I want to say plus 1. And also here plus 1. It's done on the left, must be done on the right. So -9 plus 1 is -8 less than or equal to 2x less than or equal to 1 minus -1 plus 1 is 0. There is no longer equal sign. -3 plus 1, it's -2. Now dividing by 2 throughout, divide this by 2, divide this by 2, divide this by 2, then you will get this. You will get -4 less than or equal to x less than -1. This is your answer. Thank you very much. Hopefully this video makes sense. Don't forget to subscribe, of course.